involved in the creation and launch of the Consulting Ethnography Internship in winter 2014. The goal here is to provide an accounting of this unusual internship experiment so that other departments considering similar projects can learn from GVSU Anthropology's experiences. GVSU is a mid-sized public university with an enrollment of approximately 25,000 undergraduate students who pursue 86 different degree programs. The four-field anthropology department has 12 full-time and 3 part-time faculty, and more than 120 anthropology majors and 70 minors. Each year, 10 or so anthropology students participate in internships, often finding placements with local farmers markets, refugee service agencies, museums, and other nonprofit organizations. While these internships provide students with a variety of important professionalization experiences, few include ethnographic research as a primary focus. Moreover, only a small number of students are enrolling in internship credit. To expand the internship opportunities available to students and to attract more students to the internship experience, the Anthropology Department collaborated with GVSU's Faculty Facilities Planning Advisory Committee, the FFPAC, in fall 2013 to create the first Consulting Ethnography Internship. The FFPAC is a university-wide standing committee intended to coordinate, facilitate, and provide faculty input during the design and building process of new buildings. In practice, much of the work of the FFPAC focuses on improving the physical learning environments on campus by soliciting feedback from faculty about classroom issues and suggestions for classroom improvements. Yet some members of the FFPAC, including its former chair, expressed concern that faculty were not fully utilizing the committee to report on the classroom issues they experience. The FFPAC's articulated need for grounded information regarding classroom usage emerged precisely when the Anthropology Department was discussing the need for more hands-on research experiences for students. Seeing the potential for both partners to benefit, FFPAC and the Anthropology Department agreed to work together, and the Pilot Consulting Ethnography Internship was born. With the FFPAC serving as the site supervisor for the internship, the Anthropology Department began recruiting applicants for what was framed as an intended internship. To be considered, students submitted a formal application that included a personal statement, letters of recommendation, a writing sample, and transcripts. A selection committee comprised of 3 anthropology faculty, who later also served as internship advisors, chose 3 students to serve as interns: Jacqueline Hewer, David Lyons, and Allison Wilcoxon. Hewer, Lyons, and Wilcoxon began the internship in January 2014. The early weeks of the internship were spent designing the research project. FFPAC had identified 3 types of classrooms they wanted investigated: a traditional lecture hall with stadium seating, LMH 176, a discussion classroom, Cadnos 261, and a hybrid classroom with modified computer desks, Mackinac A1105. Each intern was to spend an average of 12 hours in one classroom before rotating to the next. However, any given classroom had multiple classes being taught within it over the course of the day. Therefore, the early weeks of the internship were also spent locating and securing permission from faculty members who were teaching in the 3 targeted classrooms. The early weeks were also spent developing an observation sheet that was appropriate for the 3 kinds of learning spaces. The sheet included both pre-identified elements, such as outside temperature, lighting, technology used, and the personality of the classroom, as well as space for notes. During observations, interns then used the sheet to record the goings-on of the classroom. How long instructors spent on various activities, such as lecture versus discussion versus active learning, what kinds of difficulties they encountered, such as flipping multiple light switches to find the right combination, and how students behaved in the classroom, such as watching Netflix, actively participating in discussion, and holding private conversations, among other things. The interns entered all observations into an Excel spreadsheet, coding for compatibility with SPSS. The interns completed a total of 74 hours of classroom observation. Additionally, the interns conducted in-depth interviews with 12 professors teaching in the targeted classrooms. The interviews examined professors' experiences in the classroom, their likes and dislikes, their suggestions for modifying or improving the classroom, and their views interviews on the FFPAC. The 12 interviews were recorded and later transcribed by the interns using either HyperTranscribe or Microsoft Word. In addition to data collection, entry, and transcription, the interns were also responsible for data cleaning. They verified data entry of one another's observation sheets, and their confirmed sheets were then sent to anthropology mentor Tara Heffern for final verification. The observation data was analyzed using pivot tables so that pertinent trends and anomalies could emerge. The interns also analyzed the 12 transcribed interviews, coding for common themes such as issues with the lights on computers. There were also room-specific commonalities that emerged in coding, such as accessibility issues and complaints about the chalkboard. In addition to weekly meetings with the anthropology faculty mentors, interns also attended the monthly FFPAC meetings to report their initial findings and provide updates to the committee on a regular basis. The internship culminated in the creation of the final report, which was presented to the FFPAC and the anthropology department. The interns also presented preliminary results in poster form at GPSU Student Scholars Day, an annual one-day conference for students of all disciplines to present their individual research projects. Overall, the department-sponsored ethnographic internship provided interns with a chance to engage in the research process from beginning to end, from designing the project to presenting its results. While the interns had methods training, and 2 of the 3 had participated in a summer ethnographic field school, none had been so immersed so thoroughly as in the internship. The interns suggested that the hands-on practice of the research process helped to demystify it, while also demanding real-life adaptation to the contingencies of fieldwork. The major strength of the internship was the freedom to design and implement a real-life research project. Because the internship is not assigned a letter grade, interns were freed from the pressure to get an A. This allowed them to think outside the box, to make mistakes, and to then correct them as a group. This independence created a better work environment, a better study, and a better final report. While the internship had a number of strengths, there were some weaknesses as well. As the internship was a pilot study, several logistical issues needed to be sorted out at the advent of the internship. For example, identifying the specific courses being taught in the targeted classrooms and securing permissions from the faculty took longer than anticipated. These delays and others pushed back the start of data collection, which itself went slower than expected. In the end, the timetable was thrown off course, causing the internship to extend past the end of the semester. Originally meant to end in May, the work of the final report writing went well into the summer months. Another complication was uneven class distribution. Lake Michigan Hall had nearly a dozen classes, while Mackinac had only 3. As a result, depending on who was assigned to which classroom, there was often an uneven distribution of intern work. Fortunately, classroom assignments rotated every 2 weeks, so the workload evened out eventually. Finally, as a team-based collaborative internship, communication and personality clashes were common. The need for regular brainstorming, planning, and production meetings bumped up against the interns' already full schedules, with scheduling conflicts frequent. Plus, the interns' personalities and work styles were not always compatible, and this led to differences about how to go about accomplishing various goals. Despite the challenges of team